who knows? I mean, there's so much talk of, I mean, shit, even Elon Musk is probably going to be the guy who runs the money system, once he has his X project all in place that he's doing with Twitter. The whole concept is to have that be your wallet. That's all of Silicon Valley wants to be your bank. And I think Elon is no exception.
But what do you mean by, like, what do you think he's planning?
Well, it will either be a coin that is specific to him, or just looking at his overall history where things he does usually turns into a government project. Maybe that's where the central bank digital currency comes in. I don't know. We just had Brazil and Argentina decide that they're going to have the same money. And it will be a digital peso, or whatever it's going to be. And that will probably be a completely controllable central bank digital currency, which is being implemented everywhere. And the dollar would be the last one. I know that Elon seems a very good that he's doing that. That's what his whole overall plan is, I think. He's always said he wants to be like WeChat. And in China, everything's on WeChat, including the government, who then can turn off your money if you've been a bad boy. Yeah, I think that's coming. So it's a bit of a hedge to have Bitcoin, and Bitcoin is the only currency that can do that.
With everything that we have.
Yeah,
the idea that there's a centralized digital currency connected to a social credit score system is absolutely fucking terrifying, because people self-censor already. They self-censor just because they're worried about other people's opinions. Like, that's what virtue signaling is all about. What virtue signaling is all about, virtue signaling is people sending out a signal on Twitter or social media to let everyone know that you're a good person. And, a lot of those people are not really good people, but they want to send out that signal, and they're terrified about, the repercussions of not being a good person.
So the only way I know to resist that is literally Bitcoin, and only Bitcoin.
Well, what I was getting at was that, like, that sort of self-censoring comes with no financial repercussions. What if you really want to get people to pay attention to what you're promoting and if you're the government and you're telling people to behave and think in a certain way and follow a certain ideology, if they're financially penalized for not following, which they are in China. Like, in China, if they stray from the path and, criticize the government or criticize or talk shit about anything, like, you can't fucking buy plane tickets. You're not going anywhere.
Well, arguably, this is already happening in the United States. If you run a weed store or any other type of, if you have a website that is considered, too conservative, too crazy, QAnon, whatever, then you can't get a bank account. You can't use any of the payment systems. They literally debank you, so you can't receive money. And I think the self-censoring comes from that. Certainly, advertising related. If you have a podcast or you do anything with advertising, that is a wedge. People will go after your advertisers and use that as a wedge. Well, you know what that's like. To bring you down. And so it's already kind of here, and that's not a good thing. We have to resist that.
Yeah, we have to resist that. It's just the problem is it's